Good morning, students. I hope all of you and your family members are happy, healthy and safe at home. I welcome you all in STBA online classes. Earlier in our WhatsApp audio class, I taught you the first chapter of our first supplementary reader, An Alien Hand. If you remember, the name of the chapter was The Tiny Teacher. In my first video class, I taught you the first chapter of our second supplementary reader, Honeycomb, and the name of the chapter was 3 Questions. Today, we will start with our grammar syllabus, and the name of the first chapter is The Sentence. As you all know, sentence is a group of words which is meaningful with proper punctuation marks. That is, if I want to say a sentence, my name is Jagriti Tyagi, then only it is a sentence because all the words used are in their proper place. But if I say Jagriti Tyagi name is my, this is also a group of words, but it is not meaningful. The words are not at their proper positions. So, it is not a sentence. That is the functional unit of language formed by a set of words that makes complete sense is called a sentence. It means कोई भी ग्रुप ऑफ वर्ड्स हम यूज कर रहे हैं और वो मीनिंगफुल है, मीनिंग देना चाहिए, तभी वो ग्रुप ऑफ वर्ड्स सेंटेंस कहलाता है. अदरवाइज वो सिर्फ एक ग्रुप ऑफ वर्ड्स है. इट ऑलवेज एंड्स विद ए पंक्चुएशन मार्क. ये हम सबको मालूम है. इफ इट इज ए सिंपल सेंटेंस, इट एंड्स विद ए फुल स्टॉप. इफ इट इज ए क्वेश्चन, it ends with a question mark, and if it is an exclamatory sentence, it ends with an exclamation mark. Remember some points. First, a sentence essentially यानी कि जरूरी है ends with a mark of punctuation, that is full stop, mark of interrogation or mark of exclamation, without which it is merely a group of words. The words in a sentence should be arranged according to the rules of grammar. As I told you earlier in an example, that if I say name is Jagriti Tyagi Mai, this is only a group of words. But if grammatically I correct this sentence and say my name is Jagriti Tyagi, then it becomes a sentence because each and every word used in this sentence is there in its proper position and it is giving you a correct meaning. Now coming to the kinds of sentence. First, I will tell you about declarative sentences. Declarative sentences are also known as assertive sentences. They give information. They may state a fact or an opinion. For example, I like riding my bicycle around the park. It is a statement. It is also called declarative. We can also call it assertive. My essay is better than yours. This is also one more example. Declarative sentences can be positive, as you all know, that answers in yes. We call it affirmative also, or negative, that is no. First example, the sun is shining, that is positive. And if I say it is not raining, it is negative. After declarative, now coming to interrogative sentences. These sentences ask question or raise queries, as you all do when I teach in the class. These sentences end with an interrogation mark. Interrogation mark. It is very necessary to put this interrogation mark after any interrogative sentence. They are of two types. First one, questions starting with auxiliaries. Second one, questions starting with WH family words. First one, questions starting with auxiliaries. Let me explain it to you. Such questions demand confirmation or negation. Confirmation means yes, negation means no, pertaining to the query. That is, somebody asks you something, either you will tell yes, that is confirmation, or you will say no, that is negation. These questions are answered in yes or no or other adverbs of affirmation, that is yes, or negation, that is no. For example, are you ready to board the bus to Jaipur? We are asking the question and the question started with are, and are is an auxiliary. Either you will answer in yes, that yes, I am boarding the bus to Jaipur, or you can also answer in no, that is no, I am not ready to board the bus to Jaipur. Second, questions starting with WH family words. These questions start with WH family words which you know very well. They are who, what, when, which, whose, where, when, why, how, etc. They demand a specific response corresponding to the WH word used. That is, we cannot answer them in yes or no only. Examples. First, who stood first in the class? Who, here who is used as the subject. In this sentence, who is used as subject. Second, what do birds do using their wings? That is, here they are in the position of verb. Why can the officer not be honest? In this, we have to give the reason. Now, coming to the point to be remembered is, यानी कि हमें क्या ध्यान में रखना है, क्या पॉइंट हमें ध्यान में रखना है. Every WH word indicates a particular component of a sentence such as subject, verb, object, place, etc. Therefore, such questions are answered differently. Now coming to the third point, that is third kind of sentences, imperative sentences. These are the sentences which express orders, commands, request, advice, etc. in the positive or negative sense. Such sentences end with a full stop. Orders like, don't litter this place. This is an order. Do not step onto the flower beds. Again, this is a command or order. Advice like, students should get up early. She ought to respect the law. These are the examples of advice. Request like, please help the old man cross the road. This is in positive sense. You are requested not to misuse electricity. This is in the negative sense. Now coming to the last and fourth kind of sentence, that is exclamatory sentences. These are the sentences which express strong and certain feelings such as praise, pain, surprise, wishes, blessings, compliments, etc. Such sentences either follow an interjection or end with a mark of exclamation. Mark of exclamation. Same like in interrogative, question mark is compulsory. In exclamatory sentence, this mark is compulsory to put at the end of the sentence. For example, may God bless you. Second, wish you all the best in life. Third, wow, you look so pretty today. Now, I will tell you about the parts of the sentence. Mainly, a sentence has two parts. Structurally, a sentence can be divided into two segments or two parts. First one, subject. Second one, predicate. Now coming to subject. By subject we mean the noun or its equivalent word or words. Equivalent means saman, same meaning wala, which relate or relates to the state of an action, possession or being represented by the verb in the remaining part of the sentence. उसको और इजी करके बोलें, जैसे मैंने आपको पहले भी क्लास में बताया हुआ है, कुछ बच्चों को याद होगा कि सब्जेक्ट होता है हीरो ऑफ द सेंटेंस. जो मेन चीज सेंटेंस से निकल कर आती है वो ही सब्जेक्ट कहलाती है. द सब्जेक्ट ऑफ द मेन वर्ब इन ए सेंटेंस जनरली सेटिस्फाइज द क्वेश्चन हु और व्हाट. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, द वुड कटर हैड चॉप्ड ए लॉट ऑफ वुड इन द जंगल. अब इसमें आपका जो द वुड कटर है उसकी जगह अगर हम क्वेश्चन पुट अप करें हु चॉप्ड, तो आंसर निकल कर आता है द वुड कटर. तो द वुड कटर क्या हो गया? सब्जेक्ट हो गया. सेकेंड एग्जाम्पल, द होप्स ऑफ योर पीपल रेस्ट ऑन यू. अब इसमें जो द होप्स ऑफ योर पीपल, ये आंसर दे रहा है क्वेश्चन व्हाट का. इफ यू पुट टू दिस सेंटेंस द क्वेश्चन व्हाट, तो आंसर निकल कर आता है द होप्स ऑफ योर पीपल. यानी कि आपके आसपास के जो लोग हैं वो आपसे बहुत अपेक्षाएं रखते हैं. रिमेंबर, nouns, pronouns or words or groups of words acting as nouns can be the subject. The verb form changes in agreement with the number and person of the subject. अब इसका क्या मतलब हुआ? मान लीजिए सब्जेक्ट कोई सिंगुलर है, ही, शी, राम और सीता. ये सब किस में आते हैं? सिंगुलर में. तो इनके साथ जो वर्ब यूज होता है वो होता है इज. अगर हम यूज करें ही आर, दैट इज रॉन्ग. शी आर, रॉन्ग. बट इफ आई से ही इज, करेक्ट. शी इज, करेक्ट. ऐसे ही जब आपका सब्जेक्ट प्लूरल हो जाए, यानी कि ही और शी की जगह दे आ जाए और राम और सीता इंडिविजुअली की जगह एक साथ आ जाएं, दैट इज राम एंड सीता, तो वो हो गए प्लूरल. और प्लूरल होते ही अगर हम उनके साथ यूज करते हैं इज, तो रॉन्ग. वी हैव टू यूज आर. दिस इज फॉर प्रेजेंट टेंस. हम पास्ट के लिए अगर यूज करें तो ही और शी के साथ वॉज और दे के साथ वर. ये चेंजेस हो जाते हैं, यू नो वेरी वेल. और पोजीशन शो करना हो तो ही और शी के साथ हैज और दे के साथ हैव. आई थिंक यू मस्ट हैव अंडरस्टूड दिस. नाउ कमिंग टू द नेक्स्ट पार्ट ऑफ द सेंटेंस, दैट इज predicate. The other part of sentence which provides information about the subject is called the predicate. The predicate can be in the form of one or more elements or entities. Verb, object and different adverbs. In some sentences, only the verb is sufficient to form the predicate. For example, if I say birds fly, here birds is subject and fly is predicate, and it is only a single word. and fly is a verb. Examples: children are pure at heart and always speak the truth. Here, children are subject, are pure at heart and always speak the truth is predicate. Second example, leaves of the swaying tree. Swaying means जब बहुत तेज हवा चलती है तो ट्रीज के पत्ते आपने देखा होगा इधर से उधर हिलते हैं, उसको कहते हैं swaying. Leaves of the swaying tree were casting their shadow on the ground. In this sentence, leaves of the swaying tree is subject, were casting their shadow on the ground is predicate. Now, at last I want to say, as our CEO sir also said, dear parents and students, classroom teaching and this mode of teaching are different. Both the modes are totally different. I will again revise this chapter in my next video. When a school will reopen, again I will revise the chapters, the grammar portion, and I will also solve all your queries and make you comfortable. Don't worry at all. We are always there for you. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe, and as I always say, always be positive, cooperative, and good human beings. Bye bye. Keep smiling.